Hello, today I am going to be re-reviewing the NECA Big Chap xenomorph from the first Alien film. I'm simply remaking this review because the first video on my channel wasn't that good, in my opinion. And also I didn't really go over everything. So, I still really like this dude. He's still a solid 9 out of 10 in my opinion for what he is. So, starting off with his painting, his sculpting, his general aesthetic, he looks phenomenal. Nice jet black with some brown and slightly silver wash all over the body. There's bits of brown throughout the details, like on his feet, the back of his legs, his tail, his chest, pelvis. All of it has like a very slightly bright but muddy brown to it. And it looks really, really cool. I love the aesthetic on this guy. So, I guess that covers it. Visually, he looks fantastic. The aesthetic is perfect on him. Absolutely no complaints with it whatsoever. He is very well done. So, I'm going to get into the articulation now, I reckon. So, starting at the top of his head, he has a side-to-side look to his head, and it can go all the way to the side as much as the shoulder will allow it to, and it looks pretty cool. So you can get pretty much any angle you need from side to side. It stops, it kind of wants to fight you a little bit on where it wants to stop. It won't go perfectly, but it works well enough. These tubes on the side of his jaw leading to his back are a separate piece, but they're attached to each end, so they can move. And just be careful with them if you have this figure and want him. He can look up a little bit, pretty far down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He can look pretty far down for the most part. His jaw can open pretty damn wide. And to get the mini-me mouth out, you just lean him forward and it pops out on its own. It doesn't stop anywhere. It's just on a loose rail, so it doesn't really have any articulation to it besides going in and out of the mouth and wiggling around a little bit, but that's just due to how it's built. So pushing the mouth back in, closing his jaw up. You can remove this crest from his back, which I didn't know until after I got this guy. But, you can take the crest out, and it's just a simple socket. It's kind of a tight connection to get it back in there, but it can be done. So it faces upwards like this, with this little ridge facing to his head. So you just jam that back in there, and it stays in pretty okay. It's not loose. So getting into articulation now, his arms can go out pretty far to the sides. He has a bicep rotation, a double jointed elbow, which also has rotation of its own. The arms can twist, of course. Again, a shoulder swivel, pretty much. The wrists are a little bit tight on my copy. He can bend his hands down and up pretty alright. And the hands can also twist at their attachment point. I'm a little sick, so sorry if I sound kind of shitty right now recording this. The torso can rock side to side pretty alright. Back and forth is very, very deep. And he can also twist side to side as well, with no real limitations. It's a pretty well done joint, and it functions very well. His tail can swivel at its base, and it is also a bendy wire. And it works pretty fine. I like it. The tip is soft rubber. Well, the whole tail is soft rubber, but The bendy wire stops at about this segment of his tail. So this whole portion doesn't have any articulation. The legs can get the splits pretty good. He has a thigh swivel. Forward kick is pretty good. And the back kick it's alright. That looks funny, but it works. The knees, I am so sorry for bumping my phone, I did not mean to. But the knees are double jointed, and he can bend his leg all the way up. The ankles, or feet, they can rock a little bit, not very much, but it's there. The feet can kick back that far and forward that far. And the toe has a hinge joint. Overall, I think the articulation on him is pretty damn good. It's very fun, and he functions pretty damn well. Just posing him up a little bit to sit him down. Alright. Will he stand up? There we go. Okay, so now moving on to accessories. He includes a chest burster that is painted in a very nice, vibrant red. It's sculpted very well. It doesn't have articulation at all. It's just a solid piece. But the tail is kind of soft, but I don't really want to mess with it because I don't want to break it. But I don't know how well you can make it out, but the chest burster is very well sculpted and painted. It even has teeth in there. It looks pretty cool. I like it. He also included a good old face hugger, which is very well sculpted, painted with a very nice, vibrant wash on the body of it. And its tail is bendy wire, actually. I think the whole tail isn't. The bendy wire itself stops right where I'm pinching here. But the tail has articulation to it because of that wire. And it works pretty well. The fingers or legs, they're probably fingers, really. Ew. The face huggers are gross as hell. But the legs don't move at all. They're soft, but they don't have articulation. But the face hugger's good. And last but not least, he includes a face hugger egg and a base for the egg. So it goes on a specific way. Let me see if I can remember. That way? No. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. So the egg can sit on that base and it plugs in pretty well. And this is disgusting. It's so gross looking, but I love it. It's a very good little prop, and I really like that it has this. It's very fun. Ah, shit. There we go. So you can put the face hugger in there if you really want to, which looks pretty cool, unless it doesn't. Yeah, that works. But moving on to the packaging now. He includes this nice big box. This is the top flap. It's just pushed up right now. And the box opens at the front with a window and some artwork of the figure. The alien logo on the side, NECA's logo, and Real Toys. And some promotional artwork on the back. And that's just the logo again. The bottom, nothing too interesting besides legal mumbo jumbo. And the actual plastic coffin he came in. This part is for the base for the egg to sit in. But overall, I like this dude. He's pretty sick. Easy 8 out of 10 in my opinion. He's just really impressively done. I love the dome on his head. How foggy it is. It's really cool. But I think he was about $40 on Big Bad Toy Store. I got this one through eBay for about $40, but I think he's $40 on official sites too, like Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon. But he's pretty damn good, and I give him an easy 8 out of 10, maybe a 9 out of 10, I'm not sure. But he's fantastic. You should get him if you want him. Peace out, gamers.